Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nabilah Aini binti Muhammad Zamri, and I from class HM242 482. My metric number 20223424122, and I will start with the standard recipe for banana cake. Now, let's take a deeper look at the standard banana cake recipe, which is commonly used in many food service operations such as school cafeterias, catering events, hospital, and even airline meals. This is the original formulation. 140 grams of butter. This is give a cake its rich texture and flavor. 140 grams of caster sugar, a fine quick dissolving sugar that adds sweetness and help the browning. 2 large egg. Beaten egg provides structure, moisture, and help bind the ingredient together. 140 grams of self-rising flour. This is the main dry ingredient that give the cake its body and light texture. 1 teaspoon of baking powder used to help the cake rise and stay soft. 2 overripe bananas mashed. These are essential not just for flavor but also for moisture and natural sweetness. 50 grams of icing sugar mixed with 3 tablespoons of water. This creates a sweet glaze topping to enhance the visual appeal to taste. This version of banana cake is delicious, familiar and economical, which is why it's widely used in bulk and food preparation. However, while it performs well in terms of flavor and shelf life, it has several nutritional concerns, particularly in the high content added sugar, saturated fat, and sodium. These are ingredients that need to be monitored closely, especially when serving to the children and the elderly. Okay, next, let's talk about the key nutrient concern and also the nutritional benefits of banana cake. So firstly, let's start with the positive side. So basically, banana is the main ingredient for this menu. And banana is actually quite nutritious. Banana rich in potassium, which is help control blood pressure and supports heart health. It's also a good source of vitamin C and vitamin B6, which is help the immune function and energy metabolism. Banana also high in fiber, which aids digestion and promotes a healthy gut. Naturally low in sodium, making them heart friendly. So in terms of nutritional value, banana also add a lot of great ingredient with together for designing a healthy recipe. However, the concern come from the other ingredient in the standard recipe. So firstly, butter. Butter is contains a high amount of saturated fat, which is can raise cholesterol level if consumed in excess. So basically, this is regular use in food service setting could increase the risk of cardiovascular disease, especially in among people with existing health issue. Next is sugar. So tested sugar and icing sugar, this is a form of added sugar that provide calorie without any vitamins or minerals. Okay, next, let's talk about the key nutrient concern and also the nutritional benefits of banana cake. So firstly, let's start with the positive side. So basically, banana is the main ingredient for this menu. And banana is actually quite nutritious. Banana rich in potassium, which is help control blood pressure and supports heart health. It's also a good source of vitamin C and vitamin B6, which is help the immune function and energy metabolism. Banana also high in fiber, which aids digestion and promotes a healthy gut. Naturally low in sodium, making them heart friendly. So in terms of nutritional value, banana also add a lot of great ingredient with together for designing a healthy recipe. However, the concern come from the other ingredient in the standard recipe. So firstly, butter. Butter is contains.
So I will continue this presentation with the recipe modification. For the first, I swap the regular flour with the whole wheat flour, and this makes the cake a little bit denser and nuttier in flavor. And also, the whole wheat flour is less processed and has more nutrients, which affect the cake texture and also the moisture. It's a little bit less fluffy, but I like the richer and rustic taste. So instead of white sugar, I replace it with coconut sugar, which is it's darker and has a gentle caramel flavor that goes well with ripe bananas. So coconut sugar is less refined and adds a warm and more complex sweetness, and also as well as giving the cake a richer color. I also replace the butter with coconut oil, and dairy milk I will replace it with the oat milk to make the cake is fully plant based. Coconut oil adds healthy fats and light coconut aroma, while oat milk keep it creamy without dairy. And I've added some walnuts and also shredded carrots, which is the walnut can give crunch and healthier fat, while carrot adds natural sweetness, moisture, and also the nutrients. So altogether, this change make the cake more healthier and has more nutrients. Now I will go to the portioning and scaling. The original recipe makes 2 loaves in 2 pounds of tin, which is each slice about 268 calories, but portion size often change depending on where the cake is served. So cafe might want smaller size for customer, watching calories, while restaurant might prefer a larger portion of dessert. So proper portioning is important for the customer satisfaction, nutrient reliability, and also the cost control. When scaling up the recipe for commercial baking, you can multiply the ingredients easily, but bigger batches can change how the batter mix, affecting texture and also the baking time. So larger cakes need longer and more even baking to avoid raw center or burnt edges. So it's often better to bake multiple smaller loaves rather than a one huge cake. So in the equipment and oven space also need to be considered. Scaling down is helpful for small batches, or testing new ideas. Halving the recipe given one loaf, which is great for trial and also to reduce the waste, but accuracy is very important in small batches because even the small error can affect the texture and rise. So keeping a good record of change help to ensure the consistent result and also support the cost planning in a professional kitchens. So in summary, my revised banana cake is plant-based, more nutrients, flexible for different portion size, and also the production needs.
Next, we go to the sensory evaluation. First, in terms of appearance, the cake looks warm and rustic. This is because we use whole wheat flour and coconut sugar, which give it a darker color. The grated carrots and walnut bits also make it look more natural and appealing, especially to the health-conscious customer. Next, the smell is very pleasant. It has a strong banana aroma, with a mild sense of coconut oil and a caramel-like smell from the coconut sugar. It's not too sweet and it smells natural, not artificially like typical cake. For the texture, the cake is moist but slightly denser than a normal sponge cake. This is because of the whole wheat flour. However, the oat milk and bananas make it tender. Carrots add a juicy bite and walnuts add a nice crunch to balance the softness. When it comes to taste, the sweetness mostly comes from the bananas. We only use a small amount of coconut sugar, so the sweetness is mild, with a hint of caramel. Even though it's low in sugar, the cake is still tasty and perfect for people who are reducing sugar for health reasons. Now, let's move to the cost evaluation. The ingredients we use, such as coconut sugar, oat milk, and coconut oil, are more expensive than regular sugar, milk, and butter, and they are better for people who are health conscious. To keep the cost manageable, we still use bananas and whole wheat flour as the base. Oat milk is good for vegan and lactose intolerant consumers, and coconut oil is heart friendly because it has no cholesterol. The total cost to make one batch is Rm 25 ringgit 34 cents, and it gives 10 slices. So the cost per slice is Rm 2 ringgit 53 cents. With a 100% markup, we can sell one slice for Rm 5 ringgit, which is suitable for cafes or health-based business. Lastly, we go to the cost comparison. The traditional banana cake is cheaper. It uses basic ingredients like white sugar, butter and normal flour, and costs about Rm 13 ringgit 70 per batch. That's around Rm 1 ringgit 37 per slice. Our modified version is around double the price, but the ingredients offer better nutrition, lower sugar, and more health benefit. And even though the cost is higher, we believe this cake can sell well at 5 ringgit per slice. Many people are now looking for natural, low sugar dessert, so our cake has strong potential in health conscious market.